Hello everyone and welcome back to BattleBox Batrep, where we are going very literal with the term this time. We are using the contents of the Legion's Imperialis box set, minus two major additions you may have noticed, which are the Warhound Titans. They legally can't fit into these armies, and I'm not a giant fan of the opener mission, which allows you to use them, but only if you mix up the Space Marine and Solar Auxilia forces, which I'm not going to do. So yeah, I'm very excited about this. As any of you who have seen my 5 parsecs from Homer game know, I like tiny soldiers, and these are the tiniest. I don't have any official terrain, so I'm just using 15mm terrain. It's slightly too big, but on the other hand, I mean, it's the Imperium. Everything's slightly too big, so there's that. If this goes well and I start doing more, I will get some actually appropriate scenery. I gotta see. This is a learning experience for me. I've read through the rulebook, but actually doing it is another matter. So yeah, let's meet the forces. Starting down here, we have the tiny Death Guard. We've got it's a demi company. It's actually not a legal demi company. I realised when I was making it, but it's the only way I can make the points fit. For a legal demi company, you can only have 1 unit of tanks, and I've got 2, so all the fart noises. Down here we have a unit of 4 bases of tactical marines and 2 bases of missile supporting marines. Over here we have the stupid gigantic unit. Now, in bigger games, this lot are going to get split up, but from here, they all have to be used as one thing. I think it's kind of dumb, but it's the only way this works. We've got 4 tactical marines. They have 2 units of bases of terminators, 2 bases of plasma gunners, 2 bases of focus further back, of assault marines with jump packs, great, and again, focus, the teeny tiny command squad. I really like these teeny tiny dudes. They're so tiny. For those of you in the UK who are wondering how big these guys are, the bases are exactly the same size as a 2p piece. And one thing I will call out, because I was not expecting this, the bases are actually sculpted to look like broken concrete, which is, I think, really, really cool. I can't find any at the moment. Some of them have got little broken aquillas on them as well. And yeah, the infantry are set up so you can slightly see it on this one. They've got tiny little bumps of plastic that they stand on, which you glue directly onto the bases. So, like, at a distance, you really cannot tell, and it looks really cool. So yeah, just on top of this, we've got 3 Predator Annihilators, the one quad las cannons, including this is our little tank commander. He doesn't actually do anything, but I've got a little tank commander who's doing his little wait signal. Oh. 4 Contemptor Dreadnoughts, 2 with Keres autocannons, and 2 with twin-linked las cannons. Again, these things are awesome. And 2 Sicarans with heavy bolters and plasma turrets. Oh, and I've got heavy bolters on the inside. The heavy bolters are really useful because they have this thing called point defense, which means that they can target other units. So you can fire the plasma cannons at one unit and the heavy bolters at another. I believe there's a penalty if you do, but it's not. War Fort and Space Marines are fairly accurate anyway. Yeah, it's not a legal army, mainly because demi companies can only have one tank squadron, but otherwise, you can't. The starter box is very, very stupid in as much as you can't build a lot of these things because they need 4 bases. Like you need to split them off onto their own things. You need 4 missile launchers, 4 terminators, or most importantly for this stupid unit over here, 4 units of assault marines to get them split off and actually use their damn jump packs. This, by the way, has already been fixed in my actual army. I bought another box of the basic infantry, so I can split them all off, and the army looks a lot more sensible at higher points. Yeah, the Death Guard, much like Horus Heresy, the 30k, the big game, the legions have different abilities. The Death Guard are immune to dangerous terrain, and they can cause 2 pieces of terrain to become dangerous specifically so they can, they can go into them, but everyone else has to take tests. And the 2 pieces I am going to use, I'm going to go over the actual terrain later on. The 2 pieces I'm going to do are this one here, the big administration building in the middle, and the warehouse at the back over there. And with that, let's move on to the Avarellian Dust Ghosts. Here they are. We have tanks and things that are designed to back up the tanks. At the front here, we've got 4 units of a Charonite Ogren. I think a Charonite Ogren. It's a Legion, a Tercio sub commander, because the game is too small. You can't have a full commander for the Solar Auxilia. And they are leading a Velatory Storm Squadron, which is 4 bases of dudes with power axes. We've got 2 Malcadors here. The Malcadors have main battle cannons and demolisher cannons. They're very good. They're very fast. The ones everyone cares about, the Lehman Russes. I've got a Vanquisher leading 3 battle cannon dudes. Got some Aethon heavy sentinels who have missile launchers and multi-lasers. I've got 2 units, one here and one over there. 2 detachments of las rifle tercios. Each has the 4 at the back of las rifles. The ones at the front with slightly more silvery guns are flamer bases. And yeah, obviously they are very, very good at blowing stuff up. If they can get, if they need to assault a building, they ignore cover, which is very, very good. The big thing for the Solar Auxilia, which is going to hold them back in a way that the Marines are being held back by their giant, stupid super unit, is much like Imperial Guard in 40k, they have a chain of command. At the start of each turn, every unit in your army is given an order, and unless they are within, for this guy, it's 6 inches of the commander, they can only go on basic advance orders. The other orders are march, which means you can move faster, but I don't think you can shoot. There's first fire, which means you can't move, but you shoot better. There's also charge. We know charge. We know and love charge. And yeah, but yeah, I'm going to keep calling them the guardsmen. The Solar Auxilia can only do it while nearby to the dude. Obviously, in larger games, there'll be more commanders, so there'll be better battlefield control, but it also means an easy way of dealing with the guards themselves is to just take out the command structure, and suddenly they all have to just move and shoot every turn. That's literally it. Okay, our mission that we have randomly rolled up is thankfully very, very easy. It's called Conquest, and very simple. You get victory points for each objective you hold in no man's land. You get bonus objectives if you hold 3 objectives, and you get even more bonus victory points if at least one of the objectives you hold is the one in your opponent's deployment zone. So kind of want to just run at each other as quickly as possible, try and get to the opponent's side. And yeah, pretty much it. Just as a quick thing, I'm counting all of these as habitable buildings, so you can go into buildings in this, and they don't take like a number of bases, they take a number of detachments. So what I'm going to say is all of them can take one detachment, apart from the central one, the warehouse, and this one I'm going to say can take 2. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Unlike most games of most GW games anyway, there's a stage before rolling for initiative. You roll the initiative at the start of each round, but before that, you have to put orders on everyone. Now, normally this is done in secret, but I've asked my opponent, and I say I'm fine with going just putting it all out on the table. So yeah, let's get orders on the table and get going. We have orders. Basically, all of the infantry and the walkers are on a regular advance orders. I'll say that's a lie. The infantry are all on march, and everything else is on advance. So basically, everything else is move and shoot, while the infantry is going much, much faster. I've just checked this up. Marching for everything, almost everything is twice movement. For infantry, it's 3 times, which does make them considerably faster, which is really, really good if you want to get places quickly. It does mean you don't need transports as much as I was worried you might need to in this. They're still good, but it's like a difference of like a march will get you 20 inches instead of 12 inches kind of thing. Which, yeah, cool. So let's roll off, see who's going first. Is it the Death Guard or the regular guard? Solar Auxilia. Solar Auxilia are going first, and you know what? I'm going to move the Ogren into the building. Middle of the board. Just take and hold it to start with. So the Ogren have moved in and garrisoned the structure. It is dangerous, so the way this works is you take 1 hit for each inch you've travelled through it. That is 2 inches through, which means, and each hit, so unlike 40k, it is only hit roll and saves. There is no wound roll. So they're effectively been hit twice. They have 6 up saves because they're only lowly infantry. 2 of the Ogren units just succumb to radiation before they can do anything else, which is an inauspicious start for the Solar Auxilia team. In response, the Death Guard have marched their longer ranged unit into this comms tower. They are going to basically stay there because they had to march to get into it. And these 2 are in it. They just keep falling off the sloped side because this was not designed for Legions astartes, Imperalis play. But yeah, they are there now, and hopefully they will stay there for a long time. In response to this, the Malcadors have trundled down here, and I have taken advantage of the fact that their turrets turn to make sure you know where they are pointing their guns. Answering that, the Contemptors have moved up here, ready to forcibly evict the Ogren with a lot of assault cannon fire. Probably the las cannons too. Guess we'll see how basically how the Predators do with the Malcadors, if we're being entirely honest with ourselves. To counter them, the Lehman Russ squadron has come round. Might get some good shots off on them. The problem with moving then shooting is that I kind of have to decide what I'm shooting, where I'm moving before I get to know what I'm shooting at, which is a bit, I believe the kids call it, problematic. But yeah, only a few dudes left on this side, mainly because this huge clusterfuck over here. And yeah, then we've got the shooting phase is going to be fascinating, absolutely fascinating. The Predators have come up to respond to the response, and yeah, that's a lot of las cannons, so might be quite nasty. The Aethon Heavy Sentinels have advanced down here, and honestly, I think I may regret not putting them on march orders, because I could have gotten down behind this building for a decent flank next turn. But it is what it is. So they might be able to get a missile launcher shot off on the Predators, I guess. Maybe. I think I gave them the wrong order. Still, we live and learn. The Sakarans have gone around the side to flank the Lehman Russes, which, yeah, again, kind of I'm actually quite enjoying this. It's got a knife fighty feel to it, where it's both sides are kind of, there's a lot of counterplay going on. And now I've said that, it's time for the card to basically do nothing. This las rifle tercio is moving up to within the warehouse, and that means they've moved 3 inches through dangerous terrain. So 3 hits, they have 6 up saves. That is 3 dead. Oh dear. I'm actually kind of, because like 2 of them are flamers and 4 of them are las rifles. Flamers do not have great range, but if they stay there, they can just go on to first fire and overwatch a lot. Yeah, okay, I'm going to take out 3 of the las rifle sections, meaning the flamers are basically going to do nothing, but also they're going to hold that building tight, and therefore that objective tight. In one of the few really truly dumb parts of Legion's Astartes, 55 Space Marines have all bundled into this warehouse. I have a feeling this game will make a lot more sense at slightly higher points levels, where it's not like one massive blob of like 11 bases. This will be split up into like 4 different units. At that point, yeah, that would just make slightly more sense, I hope. Still, they've grabbed it. It's not an objective, but they've grabbed it, and they should be able to clear off this lot or move in, charge them. So yeah, that's nice. The only ones left to move are the other las rifle tercio and the commander. So they will do that. Yeah, the las rifle tercio has moved over to grab this one, so they can try and push this lot off. And the command unit has moved into here technically all 4 bases of Velatari are in the tower, but yeah, I'm just like much like this lot, they'd have been placed around it, so I remember who's where. And yeah, we are now on to the shooting phase. Okay, the Malcadors are going to fire first. Now, they have Malcador battle cannons, they have demolish cannons, and they also have heavy bolter sponsons. The heavy bolter sponsons have the light quality, so they can't penetrate vehicle armor, but they also have point defense, so they can target another unit. So you've got to basically declare 1 unit for your regular attacks and 1 unit for point defense attacks. It can be the same unit, but it's not going to be. So the main target is going to be these guys. Point defense target is going to be these guys down here. So, starting with the Malcador battle cannons. They need 4s to hit. That is 2 hits. They are AP -1. Predators have a save of 3 up, so they need 4s to save. Predators have 1 wound each, so that is 1 predator dead. Next up, the 2 demolisher cannons. Demolisher cannons also need 4s to hit. Yes, they do. 4s to hit. And they both miss. Okay. I also get 4 shots into the Marines down here. So the heavy bolter sponsons need 5s to hit, so that is 2 hits. And the Marines are in cover, so they have 4 up armor. That is 1 dead unit. It's going to be one of the bases of regular bolter dudes. So yeah, combat is actually very quick in this. You do need to you do need to keep a decent list of what all your dudes are equipped with, because like when you're sitting there, you're like, okay, so they have heavy bolters and machine guns and battle cannons and demolisher cannons and las cannons, and yeah, I mean, it's fairly easy now, but when we get to like that unit, which has combi bolters, regular bolters, bolt pistols, plasma guns, it's gonna be a bit of a nightmare. And on that note, I've got to decide who's going to target shoot back now. You know what? The Predators are going to shoot back. They have the turrets are Predator las cannons, and they also have las cannon sponsons. The Predator las cannons hit on 4s and reroll misses because they're accurate. Don't need to. They are -1 AP, and no, they are anti-tank weapons, which in this is a bad thing. Not in this particular instance, but they lose their AP if they shoot at infantry. They're only good against tanks. So it has 3 up save normally, so go down to 4 up. Okay, it takes 1 wound. Malcadors have 2 wounds each. So down to 1 wound. And the Sponson las cannons also need 4s. 1 hit, 4 up save. 1 Malcador has been blown up. Okay, now we have to decide who's next. I think it's going to be the Predators into the Dreadnoughts. Okay, the Lehman Russes are going to fire their turrets into the Dreadnoughts and the heavy bolters into the unit in the warehouse. Starting with the Vanquisher cannon. It needs a grand total of 4 to hit. Cool. The battle cannons. They also need 4s to hit. 2 hits. It is at -1 AP. So they are up to 5 up, say 4 up. Doesn't matter. They both pass. Plink, plink. The dreadnoughts are fine. The heavy bolters, on the other hand, into this lot need 5s to wound. That is 1. Oh no. They get a 4-up save because they're in cover, and cover gives a 4-up save, so that's heavy bolters are going to blink off. Oh no. Oh no. This is what is known in the trade as really bad. Really, really bad. You know, I think it's time for the Sakarans to try something. Yeah, the Sakarans are going to use their Omega plasma arrays into the Lehman Russes, and all the heavy bolters are going to go into those poor bastards in the warehouse over there, which is probably not going to be long for this world. I can start with the plasma cannons into them. Need 4 to hit, but they're accurate, so reroll misses. 1 hit. 1 hit. Okay, they need they've got 2-up saves normally, -2 AP, so 4-up save. Oh no, Lehman Russes are fine. And now they've got sponsons and hull mounted heavy bolters for a total of 8 shots into the guard. Sorry, the las rifle Solar Auxilia. Yeah, they need 5s to hit. Oof, they're being hosed down. It's a 4-up save for being in cover. That is a massively wiped section there. That is not pleasant at all. And yeah, the warehouse is neutral again. And it is time for the contemptors to fire into the Ogren, starting with the Kerry's assault cannons, which they are pretty accurate anyway, and they have rapid fire, so 6s to hit, gain another hit, which is pretty good. Yeah, I guess they need 5s to hit, so 5s to hit, 6s to count 2 hits, so 2 hits. AP doesn't matter, they're in buildings, so yeah, that's 2 dead. That is, the Ogren have been wiped from the middle of the board. Okay, that is the end of turn 1, and the only things taking an objective are this unit down here, who have this objective. So the Death Guard are up by 4 points to nothing. Yeah, we go into turn 2. Wait. The Aethons still get to attack. The only thing they're in range of that they can see is this building, so they're just going to nuke it with missiles. They can use the anti-infantry option, which does 2 shots each and ignores cover. So that's really good. That is 8 shots. They're hitting on 5s though, so it's not phenomenal. It's not awful, don't get me wrong. Better than nothing. Okay. 5 hits. They get 5-up saves. No, they do get 5-up feel no pains because there's an apothecary in the command squad. Okay, so that is 2 units of tactical routes. They've killed 10 Marines. They've done better than the majority of the army. So yeah, that one. I believe those are the 2 that don't have. Just check. Yep, they are. Piece of cards to focus. There you go. Just regular dudes, and again, I don't know. So very rarely get to have anything in focus in this, especially when they're so tiny, but they're so cool. Also, they are remarkably easy to paint as well. I just want to throw that one out there. But yeah, now we're on to turn 2. One last bit. This dude took 50% casualties, so I need to roll a 4 or more, which is their morale, or they flee. Oh, they're going to flee. I've already set up the orders for next turn, and then realised I'd done it wrong. So yeah, he's going to run away. Oh no! At the end of the turn, make another morale check, which is now you're meant to do it when you get 50% casualties. So yeah, now okay, it's fine. I'm going to go back to first fire, which you will now see in turn 2. Hello and welcome to turn 2, where we're getting a few new orders in. This one is first fire. They shoot earlier in the turn and can Overwatch. Overwatch isn't great. It's -2 to hit, which okay, not brilliant. But yeah, on first fire, they're on first fire. So's the Malcador. This lot have to be on advance because they're too far away from the commander. The Aethon are on regular advance. And here we get the charges. So, yeah, the command squad and the gigantic horde are both on charge orders. So, yeah, it is time for our initiative roll. See who's going first. It's the Death Guard and the Solar Auxilia. Solar Auxilia are going first. So yeah, we're starting up with the Aethon Heavy Sentinels. I'm moving up to get into a decent firing position on these guys. There's actually not a huge amount of movement. You can't move if you're on first fire orders. So, like, this lot are staying where they are. Most people are moving on the Marine side, but on the Guard side, they're just going to stand still and shoot for a bit, which is probably going to be quite nasty. Let's move the Sekerans next. So yeah, the Sekerans have moved up there. And yeah, do you know what? I'm just going to, this is all a little bit of experimenting for me, just so we don't have a bajillion things. I'm just going to do the entire movement phase and just give you an overview of what's changed. I have a feeling that will be quicker and easier all around. So the Tertio, Las Rifle Tertio over here has moved up to try and oust this lot with the benefits of these guys. This lot have moved in here. Up here, the Kerries have moved around. This is the big one. The Leman Russ have been assaulted by everything, but the Leman Russ do have heavy bolters with point defense. Point defense ignores the penalty for Overwatch, so they need 5s to hit. That was a little thing. 5s to hit. Oh, that's actually pretty good. I'll take 4 hits. It's a fight. They have 5s to save. 1 saves. They have 5 up. Feel no pain. Okay, so that is 2 bases gunned down. I'm pretty sure that will be the 2 of the bolter units. And yeah, then we get on to the shooting phase. Okay, point defense is great, and I'm glad I took it. It is time for fights. And honestly, yeah, so this is, got to get this one right. Because first fire first, then you do melee, then anyone who advanced can shoot. So, I'm going to start with the Malcador, which is going to fire into the Dreadnoughts. Now, Dreadnoughts are not vehicles, they're walkers, but they have a rule called Armoured, that means that light, they can reroll saves against light, so they're pretty tough. It could theoretically harm them. I'm going to start with the battle cannon that needs 4s to hit. No. The demolisher cannon. Yes. Most cannon is -3 AP, but they have an invulnerable 6-up save, so you're fine. And the heavy bolter needs 5s to hit. 1 hit. They get a 4-up save, re-rolling fails. One is taken out by a heavy bolter. That's so embarrassing for you. I'm going to take out a carrier's assault mortar cannon at the front. In response, this is the only unit that can attack, and they are going to fire into the last rifle tercio right here. Because honestly, the bolters. Oh, actually, the bolters will be able to deal with the sentinels. Sentinels are walkers as well. No, I'm going to take that because the sentinels are going to find it harder to dislodge them if they need to get into melee. So yeah, going to fire into them. Okay, they are just outside of 4 inches, so they don't double the bolter shots. So it's 4 frag missile shots and 3 bolter shots into these guys. Going to start with the frag missile. These 4s to wound. That's 2. They have 6-up saves. That is 2 las rifle dudes dead. And 3 bolters. They need 5s to hit. 1 hits. Another 6-up save. Nope. Okay, that is 3 las rifles gone, which means they're going to need to take a morale test. Oh, I actually don't know what their command is. 5 sounds about right for a infantry. Oh, morale 4 up, they are fine. And you only need to do a morale check once, so even if they took more damage, they're fine. They don't care. It's all fine. Anyone else on first fire is in melee. It's the Lehman Rosses, which means we are now on to melee. And oh, you know what? The guard get to choose who goes first, so they're going to go for that one because it's probably an easier fight for them. So the way melee works is each side you pair off based on who you're in base contact with. So these 2 are base contact. These 3 are in base contact with this one. I'm going to start with this one because it's easiest. Both sides roll 2d6 and add their close assault factor. Whoever rolls highest immediately does a wound on the one who rolls lowest. Now, in this particular instance, the Batrep, the axe dudes, have +1 close assault factor. The Predator has +2. But because they're armed with power axes, they have rend, which means they roll an extra dice. So it's 3d6 +1 versus 2d6 +2. So the Predator gets a total of 9. The Guardsmen get a total of 13. And the Predator have been hacked up by axes. This is going to be scarier in the next one because each base after the first gets an additional dice. So actually, we're going to roll the first axe dude first, purely because, I mean, if they roll 14 or higher, the Predator cannot beat them. So that's 11. The Predator gets Predator gets 6 and immediately dies. Okay, melee. Turns out melee is really goddamn scary. Holy crap. Yeah, that's so that's melee. Oh, that can go away now. And now we're going to see exactly the same thing, but up here against the Lehman Russes. Okay, over here, Lehman Russes have a close assault factor of +2. I'm going to start with this one over here, because again, it's 1-on-1. So The Lehman Russ gets +2 and gets a total of 6. The Assault Marines have +3. They get 10 and immediately just melter bomb the Lehman Russ. My God, okay, melee is great. I'm going to start with the Terminators who have +4. So the Lehman Russ gets 6. Terminators. Oh, I have no idea what happens in a draw. I will get back to you on this one. Okay, in case of a tie, neither side wins. So neither side dies. Plasma Gunner is now going to try and get rid of them. So that is 2d6 plus 2 for 7. There's a second combat unit in the combat. So they get 3d6 plus 2. They get 18 and just crack grenade this dude. Hell yeah. Okay, melee's awesome. The commander here gets +4, so the Lehman Russ. Ooh, Lehman Russ gets 11, so I need to get 7 to draw. Only gets 9. Okay, the Vanquisher has actually killed the commander. Oh, this is so stupid. Okay, over there, going to start with the Terminators. So the Lehman Russ gets 14. Terminator has +4. Lehman Russ kills the Terminators. I don't think they're going to be able to keep this up though. The Assault Marine, so Lehman Russ gets 5. Lehman Russ. Oh, the Assault Marine don't. Okay. So that was considerably more brutal than I thought it was going to be. I may need to start getting more melee for both sides. Like, to be entirely honest with you, yeah, I think I've already said I've got the second box, so suddenly it's going to be 4 units of Terminators and 4 Assault Marines who can just jump in and just... That was absolutely nuts. Okay, I'm pretty sure the Space Marines won this combat, but I'm going to have to just make sure I've got everything right, and I will get back to you. Okay, the Lehman Russ has to make a morale of 4 or more, otherwise it runs. It runs d6 plus 8 inches directly back towards its own board edge. That's 14 inches straight that way. I don't think it's going to quite get it off the table, but it is going to be pretty unpleasant, if I'm being entirely honest. Yeah, it's not quite off the table, but it might be at the end of the turn. We're on to Assault Fire now, and I'm going to start with the Aethon Sentinels into these guys. Multi-lasers first. Needing 5s to hit. 2 hits, needing 4. They need 4s to save. Okay, that is 2 bolter bases gone. Next up, the the missile launchers. I'm going to use the anti-infantry, needing 4s to hit. These ignore cover, so that is 5-up saves. 1 unit of missile launch. No, missile launch, right? Oh no, I accidentally killed a missile launcher earlier. Cool. Okay, doesn't matter. 1 unit of missile launchers is left for the las rifle section to gun down, I guess. Jesus, that is really sad for you guys. Okay, the Flamer, there's 1 Flamer and 1 las rifle section in range. I'm going to do the Flamer first. It's 4 to hit. Cool, it ignores cover, so 5s to save. The last one is dead. Okay, so It's an interesting one. Okay, so this is the end of the turn. Okay, so I'll do the morale for the Lehman Ross over there. Oh, he's fine. Okay, he's going to come back. Cool. Quite honestly, I am going to keep going because I think it's closer than it looks. Really, because we basically traded battlefield edges now. Like, the Solar Auxilia have started taking, like, the, I guess, little residential area down here. The central building is being fought over, but is mostly just cover now. They've dislodged one unit here. I'm not convinced that the Guard are going to... The Solar Auxilia are going to win, because it's now 8-0. But, yeah, with a decent thing, might be pretty good. I'm quietly confident as we go into turn 3. So, yeah, the Las Rifle Tercio and the Aethon Sentinels are still on advance. The Axe Dudes are going to stay on assault, because why wouldn't they? The the Contemptors and the Giant Horde unit are going to stay on go on assault. Going on advance, and the Lehman Russ has to stay on advance. So let's see who's going first. Be the Guard or the Death Guard. The Death Guard are going first this time. And I need to stop calling the Solar Auxilia the Guard. But yeah, charging is about to occur, and it's going to get quite nasty. The line of scrimmage is basically actually just one solid line down the battlefield now, complete with the Lehman Russ tank commander trying to hide behind a warehouse. I don't know what I was thinking. I'd forgotten the Sicarans hadn't moved yet. Apart from that, the Contemptors charged into the Veltari just to make sure they couldn't countercharge this unit, so they can just take out the Malcador. The Las Rifle Tercio managed to grab this objective here. The Sentinels, again, I have not been giving the Sentinels the right objective the entire goddamn game. Yeah, well, actually, if all of these die, they should be able to get a shot into the side of the things, I guess. Yeah, this was on first fire, so it's going to overwatch into well, just the Marines. It's 5s to hit. 2 hits, they have 5 up saves. Both saved. Cool, that was good. Melee. Okay, do you know what? What is the close assault factor of a Malcador? Taking bets now. +2. Okay. You know what? Let's do it against the Dreadnought first. Not Dreadnought, against the Punchmen. Terminators. So, it gets 8. The Terminator gets 9. However, it does have 2 wounds. So, it has survived. I just don't think it's really going to matter. So, yeah, let's go for the first unit of Assault Marines. It gets 10. Not bad, respectable. At least 8 to kill it. Yeah, that's at least 8. The Malcador has been taken down. Boom. And here, this is going to be a more interesting one. Mainly because the Marines have the initiative. So they get to pick the first fight. And let's be entirely real here. They can curb stomp the boss. Now, they all have, I think they all have ones on their close assault factor. Yep, but yeah, the extra D6 on rend is going to make them actually pretty good. So it's not outside the realms of possibility that even if the commander dies, they are going to wipe the dreadnoughts. Dreadnoughts have close to sort of 5. Christ. Okay, I think if the commander dies, they can't get assault, which is bad. Okay, the commander gets 8. Anything but a double 1 gets the kill. Yeah. Okay, so the commander is absolutely just squished there. Oh, that's actually quite bad. Okay. I think I can do this fight next. So it's 2d6 plus 3d6. So let's do the Contemptor gets 10. The Valetari gets 10. Okay, because it's +1. So yeah, they win this one. I'll just go down the thing. So this one next gets 2d6. Gets 7. That Valetari unit gets 4d6 because it's the second unit to attack. Absolutely clobbering this dreadnought. It is just deceased. Down here, first fight. Again, +5. That is 9. Versus 10. Okay, the Valetari is actually quite good. Holy crap, they've won. Okay, the Dreadnought has a morale of 3+. Okay, it's fine. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, I believe it has to withdraw anyway. Again, I'm gonna have to check this because there are a few fiddly little rules. Mostly it's fine, but there are a few fiddly little rules. Okay, so you don't withdraw, but it has one check to see if it's broken, then another check to see if it withdraws. So, oh no, it does actually withdraw. Okay, withdraws. D6 plus its movement, so that is 3 plus 5. Okay, it's going to run 8 inches back towards this massive dead pile I've been hiding over here. Okay, that is something. That's pretty good. You okay? Yeah, it's run over there, and the we're on to the advanced shooting now. So the Sakarans are going to fire both plasma cannons into that guy, needing force to hit, re-rolling misses because it's accurate. Oof. 2-up save -2 because of the AP. It needs to make 2 4-up saves or it's dead. It doesn't give a crap about your plasma. Screw you. Everything left is on the guard side. So let's do this, shall we? I'm going to start with the Charles. Let's return fire, Vanquisher into them. Oh my god, because Vanquisher is 4+ to hit. It is unfortunately not accurate, so it misses. Great. You know what? That unit needs to die. The Aethon Sentinels are going to just open into it. Okay, going to start with the multi-laser, needing 5s to hit. That wasn't a hit. So 5s to save. Oh, God, that was 2, yeah. So 2 dice, that's going to be that lot and that lot. No, it's not that lot and that lot. Let's get rid of the plasma gunners as we do the The Aethon's missile launcher. Needing 4s to hit. Yeah, once you get the hang of it, this is actually a very, very nice, easy system. Okay, I'm going to have to check this because, yeah, the Terminators, I believe, have a better save. So I'm just going to check how hit allocation is done. Okay, controlling player allocates. So I'm going to take on the Terminator one at a time. So I need 4 or more to save. It dies, and the other 2 need 5s. Okay, so there's 1 unit of Assault Marines left. That is absolutely a morale check. Morale is 3 or more? Yeah, it's fine. Fine. Okay, do you know what? Oh, if they're in range, the las rifles might go into the Dread, because it gets rerolls on its saves, but if it can get enough firepower onto it, that might be a good idea. Otherwise, trying to take them out is a better idea, but we shall see. Okay, it's armored, and it needs to so it gets reroll saves, but it is in range of both of the flamers, so I'm going to shoot the dreadnought. Flamers first need 4s to hit. Oh, please take it down with las rifle fire. 5s to hit. No. Okay, they are just gonna stay where they are, I guess. It survives. It's the end of the turn. I genuinely don't know. I think that Auxilia may win this, but the Auxilia also can no longer use assault orders. So that is that they can only use advance now because they don't have any commanders left, which is a massive, massive issue. Especially because I think that said, they the oh, didn't need to put there. The thingy absolutely, the assault marines absolutely will lose any combat they get into, just out through sheer numbers. You know, I think the Guard have won this because even the if the dreadnought charges this lot, they might kill 1 or 2, but by the last one, it will be rolling 4d6 plus 1 versus 2d6 plus 5. And over here, it's even nastier. Like they're 3d6 plus 1 to start with. I don't think the Death Guard can win this. I am gonna call it there and do a debrief. Cool. Okay, that was yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna be real. This was a massive learning experience for me. Mainly that I do not know enough of these stats off the top of my head. I think this is going to be a game that come on, focus. Going to be a game that, like, yeah. As you learn how the game is played, I'm going to move that one there. That's a better shot. Learn how the game is played. I think this is going to be like really, really good. Like once it started clicking for me, honestly, absolutely, yeah. I'm the last like turn and a half. I absolute blast. Really enjoyed it. Getting to that point, I am what is known as a kinesthetic learner, which means I learn by doing. So I've been trying to read that book for like last like 3 weeks. Tried a few like little practice games, but sitting down and doing it is way more valuable to me. And recording it at the same time really gives me a sort of like impetus to make sure I've got the rules right. And yeah, I am a sucker for a game where melee is absurdly brutal. Like at some point, I really, really, really want to play some Conflict 47, which is a Weird War 2 game based on bolt action, because bolt action makes Legions Imperialis melee seem positively benign. Uh, bolt action just like there are no survivors. One side wins, the other side dies. There's people don't run away. But yeah, also I want to get bigger. As I alluded to earlier, I had a great time, so I'm going to do more of this. And I'm going to next time you see this game, it'll be at 1100 points entirely because that is the point value to legally bring in Warhound Titans. Which hell yes, I want to get some Titans on the field. I've bought a few bits just to start building up the armies anyway because I really like it. I think it's a really, really cool thing. And it's not going to be a regular series, but I think when I've built enough stuff to make an interesting new fight, I will probably do it again. I'll try and get some scenery that actually works. Right, this worked pretty well. I was actually looking out for 15mm Stalingrad scenery. Actually, now talking about bolt action in World War II, because it's got like the Imperial aesthetic, and if you go 15mm, everything is just big enough that it because like everything, Imperial scenery is like bigger than it needs to be. But yeah, I'm very stoked. One of the main reasons I'm doing this, I'm going to warn you all now, is I have always wanted to own a full Lehman Russ armored company, and these dudes are they're adorable, they're great, and they're incredibly easy to paint. So yeah, there will be also their turrets move. I love it. But yeah. So there will be a lot of Lehman Russes there's a lot of Lehman Russ in our future. I'm also at some point I haven't got it yet, but I'm going to get the expansions. They add in new stuff. I'm going to start just using the basic rulebook for now, mainly because the rulebook has plenty of stuff in it to be getting on with. But gradually add in different units, more tanks. I don't think I'm going to be having that much infantry, mainly because tanks on tanks. And to that end, I say I want nothing but Lehman Rosses, but yeah, I'm already going super heavy with the Solar Auxilia, and yeah, I've got this little thing in my head of like the battle for Purgatoria, where neither side are heretics; they just assume the other side is, and they both it's just like I love the idea of it being like this full on like Shakespearean tragedy, where if either side had stopped to talk. I've just realised I was meant to get the Bane Blade. This is the Hellhammer. Also, just while I'm here, actually, just because this is awesome, the sponsons are different. So, like, I've given this one heavy flamers, but it also comes with like auto cannons and las cannons, and you can pick, and they are visually different. And like, also all of the turrets, apart from the Punisher cannon, doesn't, all the other turrets turn, and you can play with them like toys. I mean, they are toys, but still, it's so cool. It's so very cool, and also it's massive. I mean, look at it, Electro. I'm pretty sure. It's been a long time since I've seen a 40k scale Bane Blade, but it doesn't feel that big compared to a Lehman Russ. It might be, but it never felt like it, whereas this feels huge. Anyway, point remains, I'm going to continue doing the Battle for Purgatoria. Hopefully get some more appropriate scenery. And next time you see this, also, bit of exciting news. I think I may have found a way of extending the table out to 5x4, which is the actual size suggested for this game. Which this is like a 700 point game. It's meant to be 3,000. So if you can imagine these armies being about 4 times the size, this table is going to get filled very, very quickly. Even if I start adding in like super heavy tanks and titans and things. Let me know in the comments if you're interested in seeing more. I am very interested in making more, not as a battle box Batrep thing, but like as one-off games when I have the right models. I feel like it, basically. And let me know down below. Do you side with the loyalists or the traitors? Which type of scum are you? I'm completely centrist in this. I think both sides are bad. I'm just having a great time. Thank you so much for watching and have a great night. Bye.